All right, first and foremost, give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and who was worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace citation to the brothers out there pushing this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. It's Brother Gabari from the Indiana camp. Come back again with another sit down to basically give my intake on the guy in Sakari. All right. Now, if you haven't heard or if you haven't seen, I guess Sakari and a few of his followers or a few of his guys or whatever you want to call them, was just recently found in a strip club. All right, I want to say it was a day after the Passover. All right, probably I think it was a Saturday, probably Saturday night or a Sunday night. One of them, I'm not 100% sure. But they were found, posting, videos. I'm pretty sure probably posting a couple pictures. In a strip club, being served by women, by half naked women, bottles of wine or whatnot. Now me personally, I don't know if that specifically was their Passover, if they were having Passover right then and there, or if it was before their Passover or after their Passover. I'm not 100% sure when do they keep their Passover. All right. Nor am I 100% sure when do they keep their Sabbath neither, because if they're keeping their Passover, because the Sabbath around this time is a Friday night to Saturday night. All right, for this month, it's for this month of March, it's been landing on the Friday night to the Saturday night. All right, so I don't know when do they exactly keep theirs or whatever, but what I'm trying to say is they were basically they were in some type of club listening to music, having a good time, videotaping themselves and everything, and brothers are getting on them. He's kind of missing the how can I say, he's missing the all over picture, because brothers is getting on him about, hey bro, listen, what you did was off. Now he's coming back and saying, oh, what scripture? He didn't break a specific scripture. It's nothing he went off in, and then in this video, which I'm watching the brother GMS Common Sense, but he's seen the video and said that he's talking about the other camps, where they go off on the scriptures, that he even brought a Great Millstone saying, oh, we teach the rage doctrine, which basically saying all that because he's getting in his feelings. Usually when you're arguing with somebody and you're kind of hitting good points and they don't really have nothing on you, they just start naming off like certain things that you probably did in your past. So, well, you did drugs and that time you slept on my couch, and when you ain't really got nothing good to say, if they ain't got nothing to come back at you on, they're gonna start bringing up old shit and stuff like that. So that's nothing new. But the thing about it is, if it was before his Passover, after his Passover, whatever, we all know that the Passover is close, whether you had it after that, whether you had it before, or whether you were having it during, I'm pretty sure you probably, me personally, if common sense, I'm pretty sure you probably was having the Passover after that, which y'all probably was trying to get it all out y'all system or whatever, and having a Passover the next night or whatever, I don't know. But the thing about it is, the Passover is not no, oh, well, let me go get my bullshit out the way now and then come back and, no, it's not that, man. You have to go into the Passover with a certain type of mind state, all right? I'm trying for a quick testimony, because this is the whole reason why I wanted to do this, because I had a testimony kind of relating to this subject a little bit. Now, when was it? I think it was actually Thursday night. It was Thursday night. I was playing the game, and my woman came over. Well, she didn't come over. I was actually over her house, and she had came in after work, and basically, she was nitpicking at the little things, like she wanted to, she was basically signal that she wanted to have sex that night. All right, and in my mind, knowing that it's the Passover coming up, I want to kind of go into it clean, because it's kind of been I ain't gonna say a tradition, but here in Indiana, the elder the Mashapad always tell us around the Passover, try to go into Passover with a certain type of mind state. All right, if you can abstain from your woman for a few days, get real solemn. Basically, just don't do all the just don't come to the Passover and you've been doing nigga shit all the rest of the week. Kind of gear yourself towards it. If the Passover is coming up this week, fortified your mind to get into this to this feast day. All right, so that night I wasn't planning on dealing with my woman. All right, but she was all about, oh well, I want to deal, and I told her, like, no, listen, I'm going to the Passover. I want to be clean, and she actually got upset. She actually got real upset, where she actually told me to leave. She told me to leave her house, then she got demons hopped on or whatever, and she got mad and stuff. But I'm here, I'm going back to my house, and it's just, I'm shaking my head laughing like, it's Satan, Satan hopped on her, to get mad and everything, because because I didn't want to deal that night, At all the nights she wanted to deal right before the Passover comes, and then the Sabbath, comes, in the same night. So we can't deal until a day later, Saturday night. But the thing about it is, I suffered that, and you got guys like this, who's clubbing, doing all this on the night of Passover. I'm like, dog, what the fuck, Like, bruh, here you go. You got men who sincerely cares about, who knows the heavy weight of the Passover is abstaining themselves from pleasurable things, and here you go, you got guys like this clubbing around women, drinking, doing all this, which I'm not saying all these things are bad and all these things are wicked or whatever, but I'm saying there's a right time to do certain things. All right, and ultimately, if you was doing all that, why did you record it? What was the point of you recording and posting online? You know what type of figure you are. You know what type of you know how men look at you. So if I was a novice, if I was a newly brother coming into this thing, and I seen that, I'm like, oh wow, I can do this right before the Passover. Or I can do this around the Passover. Cool, I thought I couldn't do it. I'm going to go do it now. Next Passover, I'm gonna turn up right before the Passover again. Then I'm gonna get solemn as soon as sun come up. So it's sometimes it's not about what law did you break or where did I go off at. It's the image that you put out there like that. This is Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. Let's just read and see what type of mind state our forefathers was in, and what type of weight was in back then. All right, because this is the reason why we celebrate the Passover. This is Exodus chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying," says, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. It says, and if the household be too little for a lamb, let him and his neighbor next to him his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his each shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out of the sheep from the goat. It says, and ye shall keep it up until the 14th day in the same month. It says, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it, and in the evening, and they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two sides posts out on the upper door post of the house, wherein they shall eat it, and they shall eat the flesh it says in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread with the bitter herb they shall eat it. It says eat not. It says eat not of it raw, nor solder at all with water, but roast with fire. His head with his leg, and with his and with his preness and with his pernit. It's actually type of tended. It says pernicious thereof. It says and ye shall let nothing of it remain unto the morning, and that which remaineth into the morning ye shall burn with fire. It says, and thus shall eat it and with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staffs in your hand, and ye shall eat it in the haste, and it is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land. This is the reason why. Listen up. And I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all. It says, and against all the gods of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the house where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt. See, so this feast day, this memorial, this, striking the blood on the doorpost, the Lord was actually killing hundreds to thousands to millions of firstborns in the land of Egypt. Just imagine how many Hamites died that night, and the Lord passed over you because what? You had the blood strike at your doorpost, and you was over in his Passover, and you was eating a roasted lamb with a bitter herb and with unleavened bread. All right. So what type of mind state should a person be in like that, man? That should be that type of mind state. You should be serious. That's why I say it is a solemn assembly, man. It is a serious matter. All right. Now, yes, granted, yes, this is talking about during the Passover, but the Spirit should compel you to be like this. The Spirit should compel you to be to gear your mind state when the Passover comes up. We got elders in our group meets, elders and older brothers telling us multiple times, like, hey, the Passover's coming up. Get yourself right. Gird your loins. Get yourself solemn. Cut out all the bullshit. Get yourself right. All right. Abstain from, start going on a couple fasts, basically getting yourself together. Because around this time, and also that's another thing, around this time, the Lord is big on kicking brothers out. Well, I should say kicking niggas out, really. The Lord does a real big sifting around the Passover, during the Passover, and right after the Passover. Matter of fact, the leader of this state, Indiana, he got kicked out during the Passover. All right. It was certain brothers that was in Chicago. Y'all should know who I'm talking about. They got kicked out during the Passover. Now what they doing? They ain't doing nothing now. It's other guys who got kicked out during the Passover, right before the Passover, or right after the Passover, or during it. Elder Apostle Gabar always talks about that the one guy who got in a car accident during the night of the Passover and skidded on his face and died. Got in the car right there, flew out his window and skidded on pavement on his face. That's horrific. He was and I think the apostle even said he was unrecognizable. He had a closed casket funeral, man. So that's gotta be, oh my God, man. That's how serious the Lord is, though, man, about this day. So this is nothing you can just come into just willy-nilly, no. Man, you have to actually come in and gird and get your mind ready for this, man. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and that which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also at the works says that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in holy conversation and godliness, man? So we understanding that what America is about to be destroyed, and the only type of glimmer of hope we have and salvation is pleasing the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. What type of man should we be in, man? That means when it comes to the Lord's work, when it comes to the Lord's plan, when it comes to the Lord's will, we should be 100. We should put our best 100%. All right, and it's funny because I'm saying it because I have a jug of juice running in front of me, and it says 100% natural flavors. All right, so it's funny, we should actually put our 100% best foot towards this thing, man. All right, we should be fearful when it comes to the Lord's work, man, because one fuck up could be our last fuck up. All right, what man or man should you be in, man? We can't just take the Lord work like it's just something to do. No, man, the Lord's work is it's how can I say requires our best foot forward, man. So when the Passover comes around, man, you have to start gearing yourself to get solemn. Gearing yourself ready. You don't want to be caught with your pants down, man. All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23. It says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not, man. In that video right there, what edification was that, man? That's why the apostle saying, hey, man, don't be putting them no music videos, don't be putting no rap videos, don't be putting them, if it's not edifying, then what's the point of the video, man? That's why Elder Apostle Gabar got what? The daily exhortation, the daily edification, man. It's all about edifying the body, man. Building up the body in faith, man. All right? That's what it's for, man. That's what a video is for, man. If the video is not edifying, man, then what's the point of the video? All right? You're supposed to be making videos to edify one another, man. And sometimes you might not, sometimes you might not hit into the scripture. Sometimes you might go into the Hebrew, or sometimes you might go into the prayers, or sometimes you might teach a brother how to do a certain skill. I've seen brothers do teach other brothers certain languages. You might have one brother teaching how to say certain things in Hebrew and Spanish and English. So you learn 3 languages at one. I've seen certain brothers teach other brothers how to make a garment. I've seen some brothers make videos about how to upload videos on YouTube for brothers that don't know how to upload videos, how to cut videos, how to do this, how to do that. All I'm saying is, if it's not for edification, then what's the point? You see that video, man, there's no type of edification. No type of edification whatsoever. And that's my point. If you was doing that, that's fine and dandy. But the thing about it, why did you record it? What was the point of recording it and uploading it? That's where I'm at, man. Here we are. We're so close to the Passover. And you doing shit like that. You doing shit like this, going to clubs around naked women and shit, man. That you could have said you could hold off to next month or to later on. What was the point of doing that around this time at all times? Why around this time? Why around the mid to end of March? Why couldn't you do that around the end of April or the beginning of May or around June or July, one of them months, man? Why around this time when the Passover is near and dear, But that's all I got to say about it, man. I know when the Passover comes around, I have to gear my mind. I have to get myself, ready. Because one thing I don't want the Lord to cast me out, for basically not keeping his high holy days solemn, So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashem Yashai Bashem Kalkodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule well and who is worthy to be counted for double honors. And peace, salutations, you brothers out there pushing the truth wholeheartedly and sincerely and for love of the gospel. With that, shalom. Till next time.